Do you want early access? Do you want uncut reactions? If so, then check out our Patreon. Link in the description down below. The Children of the Forest. At least that's the name of this episode. I mean, if I had to guess, I think this is going to be, people who've, like, lived in the forest a long time and are, like, sort of shut off from society. Much like how, like, my family used to be. I mean, I'm not going to say I was a child of the forest or anything like that, but, we were pretty far cut off from society, and, it was one of those very weird things. I don't know how this is going to tie into the overarching story, because Aaron has apparently gone off on his own, and they're in the Jaegerists. Why they didn't use Jägermeister still, I mean, we will never know. But hopefully they won't set off any more Jaeger bombs, so,
maybe it's copyright reason.
Maybe so. But the thing about the Japanese, they don't give a shit about copyright. You see, that's the interesting thing. You see, the Japanese don't give a shit about copyright whenever it concerns their own properties. For instance, like, they're able to name the characters in their shows, like REO Speedwagon, and, they're able to get away with naming and shit like that. But whenever it comes over here, they actually have to change the names to a certain degree because of trademark and copyright law. I really don't get it. I mean,
kind of like we can use what we want, but you can't use any of our stuff.
Exactly. I mean, I can understand, like, if you want to be more stringent on copyright, but, I mean, don't be a hypocrite. I'm interested and intrigued to see what's going to happen, but I don't think they're going to be able to tell the full story within 3 more episodes after this. I really don't, but I guess we'll just have to see. Let's get this up on screen. Let's give this a watch. Attack on Titan, Season 4, Episode 13, Children of the Forest. Here we go. Oh, is this... Oh... This is when Zeke transformed that entire village.
I don't think that looks like Peak's quadruped titan. I think it was a different quadruped titan.
I think that is Peak.
I don't know.
I think it is, because Peak's been the quadruped for a long time. They've stated that.
Did they?
I think so, yeah, because Peak is getting near the end of her life cycle as a titan. Okay. I believe that's what they said while they were on the homeland.
So maybe that's why it didn't, like I think we've only seen her with the armor on since then.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I didn't assume she was a girl whenever I saw the Titan too, just because of that haircut and stuff.
Yeah.
With the face. Probably news getting to him of Aaron's escape.
Yeah. Oh no. Is this gonna come up?
Yeah, we were talking about worrying about it, insinuating that they were going to be poisoned, but I don't see what reason he would have to poison like this random group of people here.
I don't either. Oh.
後で話をさせてもらいたいだけなんだ。
話？一体何の？
なんかほらあるだろ？悩みとかさ。
義勇兵が拘束された件だ。聞き取り調査に協力してくれ。兵団内で噂のワインか。何でも上官たちしか飲めねえって話らしいけど。本当にそれだ。
Oh,
suspicious.
ちょっとふざけただけじゃねえか。大げさだな、おい。
Oh, the ones who were talking mad shit earlier. Remember? The ones who were... Oh, that's who he's... And those people are higher ups in the military.
Yep.
触んな、エルディア人。慣れ慣れしいんだよ。ちょっと親しくしたぐらいで。そういうてめえは何様なんだよ。お前の立場は捕虜の分際でってか。これで弱い子だな、エルディア人。
今だ。お腹が痛い。でも助かるかもしれない。私もお兄ちゃんを助けられるかもしれない。頑張って。
He needs help pooping.
来ました。戦士候補生です。は？この島にはもうじき世界中の軍隊からなる。私たちは退却する敵の飛行船に飛び乗ったままこの島に上陸しました。
誰か殺したか。女の。
仕留めました。
Oh, shit!
You're about to get strangled.
Oh, no!
蹂躙した報復はこれからです。私たちは卑怯な悪魔ともいた。
Gabby!
何よ。
お前が殺したのか。お前がサシャを殺したのか。
Oh! Falco!
ニコロ君、ベンとミアに何を。サシャを殺したのはこいつです。あなたの娘さんの命を奪いました。まだガキですが厳しく訓練された。
Oh.
ブラッサー。
Oh, no.
あなたが殺さないなら俺が殺しますが構いませんね。
No.
サシャを取ったガキ。どういうことだ、ニコロ。そいつは逃亡中と聞いていたが。お前何しようとしてんだ。おい、やるな、それ。ただサシャの敵を撃つだけだ。そこを動くな。お前の大事な人が。俺にも大事な人がいた。エルディア人だ。悪魔の末裔だ。だが彼女は誰よりも俺の料理をうまそうに食った。人を喜ばせる料理を作るのが本当の俺なんだと教えてくれた。それがサシャ・ブラウス。お前に奪われた彼女の名前だ。
このサシャ・ブラウスに撃ち殺された。だから報復してやった。先に殺したのはそっちだ。知るかよ、どっちが先とか。この悪魔の女に惑わされてる。悪魔なんかに負けないで。
ニコロ君、包丁を渡しなさい。
He's gonna take the knife from him and then he's not gonna do anything. Because Sasha's father is a legit, like, good person.
これから弓を教えて森で獣をいて殺して食うてきた。それが俺らの生き方やったからや。けど同じ生き方が続けられん時代が来ることは分かっとったからつながり。兵士になったサシャはよその土地に攻め入り人を撃ち人に撃たれた。命の奪い合いを続ける巨大な森の中やったんや。サシャが殺されたんは森をさまようたからやと思って子供たちはこの森から出してやらんといかん。そうやないとまた同じところをぐるぐる回るだけやろう。よし、いざゆっくり動かすんや。
怪我を見せて。私は憎くない。
She does.
Ooh! Ooh! Oh, oh, Mikasa!
幹事さん、そのガキの口をゆすいでやってくれ。あのワインが入っちまった。
え？
もう手遅れだと思うけど。
あのワインには何が入っていたの？
ジークの脊髄。
Shit!
イエーガー派の要求通り、エレンをジークの元まで案内する手はずとなっております。
ピークシですよね。おとなしく従うって。お察しの通り、あくまでも指令は堅実な構えです。あの奴に食わせるつもりなんだろう。エレンの命を何度も救った。
その度に何人もの仲間が死んだ。それが人類が生き残る希望だと信じて、そう信じた結果がこのザマだ。このワインは第1回調査船から大量に積まれていた。短期の調査船には不要な酒と量だった。このワインを兵団組織高官らに優先して振る舞うよう言われたんだ。誰だ？イエレナだ。ジークの脊髄液を飲んだエルディア人は硬直するんだろう。
ジークがそう言っただけだ。誰もその現場を見たわけじゃないから。
こんなことばらしちまったら長生きなんてできねえだろうに。でもブラウスさん、あなたみたいにはまだ俺はなれないけど、これがせめてもの償いになれば。
友達にしたのも私。我が子は違うから、殺すのは私だけでいいでしょ。殺さないよ。私を殺したくて仕方ないんでしょ。殺したくないよ。君はそればっかりだね。
Oh,
Shit!
Hey there.
Oh no.
どうした
判事団長、
フロック。
あなたはジークの居場所を知っているはずです。そこまで道案内をしてもらいます。
私たちは仲間同士で争い合っている場合じゃない。ジークの脊髄液が混入したワインが兵団内で振る舞われた。
でかいバカになるだけでしょ。もういいですか。
憲兵団が飲まされたとは言ってないぞ。まさかあんたたち
No.
ワインのこと知ってたの？
先に行くぞ。ああ、
今の声、フロックたちと来たの。
Gabby is sitting right next to the man that she wants to kill more than anything.
話がしたくて。
Oh, damn it! Is Aaron finally going to tell us why? I hope so, because right now I'm just like, I don't know anymore. I really don't. This is... Shit, dude. What an episode. I'm floored right now, dude.
It's probably one of my favorite episodes so far. This season.
My God, the confrontations, the conflict,
Yeah.
like the mental, like just
even
holy
like
shit.
Finally, like I don't recall getting anything like this before, but he's still been my favorite character either way. But like, I look inside of Levi's mind for a second, and just like, ooh, I get to see what he's thinking.
Oh yeah.
Like, and like, I feel so bad for him right now because he's like so fucking. I get where he's coming from. He's like, I've done all this fucking stuff for this guy, thinking that he was the key, and look how shit's fucking going right now. This pisses me the hell off.
Of course it'd piss anyone off, dude. I mean,
like, I love Levi because like his whole thing this whole time has been like he's cold as shit to everybody, but like his number one priority is like everybody's survival, basically. You know?
well, yeah, I mean,
And he does that through his gift of being a badass and just making good decisions. Like I figured he was going to be the one that was going to be put in charge of everything, not Hanji.
I would say, well, no, Levi himself is like a blood and guts soldier. Like that's all he wants to be.
Well, he's
like,
also a leader too, though.
Well, he's a leader of like a squadron leader, yeah, but an overall leader of like an entire regiment, I don't think so.
He could do it too.
He could, but at the same time,
he's also more powerful, not worrying about everybody else, and also just being able to command a small group of people and get specific things done as told.
Well, yeah, I mean, he tries to be on the front lines as much as possible to save his squad. I mean, that's how he was whenever they went to Marley, and he pretty much was there leading the charge, like, and then above all with everything that's happened since. I mean, he's still in command of like the most dangerous stuff. I mean, like transporting Zeke is one of the most dangerous things because there are so many people that either want Zeke dead, they want him captured for themselves, or now with Aaron,
or they want to free him and get him back on their side, quote unquote.
Exactly, and that's now with Aaron. That's pretty much what they're trying to do with that. And
I believe that Aaron is in with Zeke on a plan of some kind that's just looking really bad to most of our other main characters right now.
It is.
I think, I don't know. I don't fully expect them to just have Eren become like the main antagonist for the end of the series.
I don't think he will be. I think he'll be.
It could happen, but it'd be kind of crazy. Like,
we're gonna find out where his loyalties lie, because right now he's in front of the two people that he trusts the most, and he's gonna have to explain himself. Because I think even now, I know Mikasa will believe Eren over almost anything. She'll believe in Eren.
So
but
we know he has some priorities, and so far he hasn't seemed to 100% deviate from those priorities.
No.
He has basically a couple of main priorities, and that's one, save Paradise and its citizens, essentially, from being destroyed by world assault, and two, save most of his friends, as well as especially Historia, from having to take on the mantle of a Titan.
Yeah, and with Ahriman being there and Ahriman having, his doubts, I guarantee you he's going to ask Eren the hardest questions. And then and I guarantee we're going to gauge and see how Mikasa feels about Eren after Ahriman pretty much grills him over all of his decisions. We still don't 100% know why Eren went to the island by himself, or went to Marley by himself.
The whole thing seems to be Yelena is one of the only people in on what's going on. Besides, like, she seems to know more than anybody else, except for maybe Zeke and Eren, and Flock and Eren's Jaegerists probably know. But like, I was originally worried that Yelena and Zeke are actually still on Marley's side, and this is an intricate plan to infiltrate and destroy Paradise from within. But now I'm kind of wondering if it's not more like we have this plan. Eren's like, I'm not cool with this plan going this specific way, and Zeke's like, all right, I have one alternate plan, but it's going to involve a lot of stuff that nobody's gonna like. And and we have to come up with a way to make this work in this way, basically. And I don't know, because I was worried for a bit that Yelena was going to betray everyone, essentially,
Yeah, she was going to expose herself as a Marleyan.
Yeah, Marleyan infiltration force, essentially.
Yeah, whereas
but now it's looking more like she's probably still on the side of the Jaegerists, and there might just still be two main sides right now that are, besides the side that is Marley, we still have a side that's basically not thrown into this just yet, that we saw at the end of the last episode, that will be soon, anytime now, probably.
Yeah, with Peak, Reiner, and the rest of the Marleyans.
The actual Marleyan side, once they're brought into this, we'll have three sides, but I think we still just have two right now.
Yeah.
I was thinking we already had the third one in play, possibly.
You basically have a civil war brewing between the Paradisians and the Jaegerists. And it seems the Jaegerists have the upper hand, because not only is Eren Yeager on their side, but they've effectively assassinated the main man of the commander. And not only that, but now there's a third party going to get involved, and we don't know where the hell they're going to go.
I feel like if there was a whole plan for Marley to actually infiltrate and fuck up Paradise from within, I don't think we would have had the scene where once, the whole attack on Liberia was done, they were like, we should have hit them now before they expected. Because I believe they are not in on whatever's going on in Paradise right now. And they would be if that was the case, if there was a plan for a Marleyan infiltration, I was kind of worried about. I think it literally is the Jaegerists moving on their own, with Yelena being part of that.
I think so,
that whole
too.
conversation she had with Pixis too, where she was like, I went and talked to Eren and all we said was this, and he's like, you're a bad liar. Essentially, they obviously talked about more than what she said. So.
Yeah, I guarantee you, she relates some shit back and forth between Zeke probably told her some stuff beforehand, and she relayed it to Eren, and thus Eren did what he did when he went over to Marley.
I feel like the whole thing with the Zeke spinal fluid and the wine is probably a long play insurance plan, where she had certain higher ups that were found to be obviously very anti-Eren, very pro original plan, sent there to have wine and had him serve the wine to them, and that way they're ready to pull the or to push the plunger on their whole overall plan. like Zeke's gonna turn all those guys that would have been fighting back against them and starting a civil war in the Titans, and they're gonna be on their side too because they have no choice.
Yeah.
So.
God, dude.
And I
There's
feel like
so
it might
many things.
also be a sort of defensive plan because Zeke knows what Marley's gonna do. Like he has an idea that probably they are going to try preemptive assault before Paradis expects it. So
Yeah.
I feel like it's not completely unexpected, and this is them preparing a defense in a way as well.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot, dude. There's a lot to unpack and a lot of things up in the air still. And Gabby's friggin' like mental adventure she's been on this episode. I mean, having that glimmer of hope in her eye, like, oh, we have a Marleyan, here who could potentially help us out and potentially, help us do this.
Only to have him try to kill her.
Yeah, and crack Falco over the head with a bottle of wine. Then not only that, but that Marleyan held her up with a knife, ready to kill her and Falco. Two fellow Marleyans. And in her mind, like, everything's falling apart. She's just like, Falco's going to die, and it's going to be a Marleyan who does it. What? And then all of a sudden, Browse comes up, Sasha's dad, and he's like, give me the knife. Conflict breeds more conflict. Pretty much is what he was saying with his... He was giving sort of a...
it's basically the same
country
thing that... who was it that said that? Like, someone on the airship said that when they were like, you want us to throw them out? And it's like if we're throwing kids out of an airship, where does the killing ever stop? Basically,
Yeah.
It's like a lot of people are trying to see that point and be like, we got to stop killing everybody. Like everybody needs to stop killing everybody at some point.
Yeah, and
Like,
I think the main thing is with him laying down the knife, her giving the knife to Sasha's mom, and then Sasha's mom putting it to the side. All of a sudden, it's just like this Paradisian, this island devil, this person who has every right to kill me, every right to do, kill me with extreme prejudice, is laying down his arms against me and is allowing me to live. And not only that, but another Paradisian saved me when that girl tried to stab her. It's like so many things has happened for Gabby that has literally thrown her mentally into a fucking whirlwind, because right now she doesn't...
You saw the realization whenever she realized who she shot and who she was with, Like,
Yeah.
she was like, oh, fuck. Like,
Yeah.
she was told the story by that girl about how Sasha saved her and everything.
Sasha literally saved
So,
her
like,
life.
It's also, it should be kind of somewhat understandable to her that one girl was like, I'll fucking stab you in the head. Like,
everyone in the heat of the moment... You see, crimes of passion, that's one thing about... that's just like... If I ever walked into my... this is something I had to play with the idea because my mom was in a very, very, very bad relationship for a very long time. And it got to the point where I literally had to fuck the guy up multiple times to get him to get the point. Like, you fuck with my mom, you're gonna have to deal with me. I had it in my head, like, if I ever came home and I found my mom, like, in a heap, just, like, fucked up, like, beaten up and all that, I don't think I could stop myself from not killing that motherfucker. Because, in all honesty, it just gets to the point where, mentally, mentally I was already strained because it'd been multiple occurrences where they had fought and I'd had to step in. But it was at that point, like, when things were really, really bad, I just had to say to myself, this is, like, if something bad just happened to my mom, I am not sure I'd be able to stop myself.
Yeah.
And that's
if someone keeps hurting someone you care about, like...
And then you come home and you find that...
probably one of the most understandable situations that, like, I would be like, I think that guy kind of deserved to be allowed to kill that guy.
Oh, yeah. I fucked him up multiple times. I mean, we fought...
There's a lot of people that are like, human life's sacred, human life's sacred. I'm like, yeah, but whenever someone else is, like, to the point that they're willing to take a human life, why are you still holding their life sacred? Because
well,
they clearly
and here's
don't hold life sacred.
here's one thing I have to say to all those people who say all human life is sacred. Put yourself in that situation. Literally, don't think about it. Put yourself there.
I don't know, like people,
like that's the thing.
People
Unless
like
you've
to be
been in that
holier
situation,
than thou, and they will say that, oh yeah, I can put myself in that situation and I wouldn't kill that guy. And I'm just
bullshit.
like, you're full of shit.
Bullshit. Until you've been in that situation where you literally are preparing, like, mentally Like, if I walk in this house and I see my mom in a twisted heap, I am going to kill someone. Like, I kept trying to convince myself.
Again,
It's just
everyone's different. Everyone
and
has different
I even
experiences
came
and
up
stuff
with
too,
ways
like,
in my head to make it look like an accident.
some people aren't that close to their family members.
Literally, I had the idea in my mind. I would choke him out until he passed out, and then I would carry his ass over to the stairs, stand him up, and then throw his ass down the stairs and hope that he broke his neck. No, that's what I would do. I would literally do that. I would think of ways to make it look like an accident.
I would just black out and probably beat the dude to death with my fists until either my fists were too broken to keep hitting him or until he was too broken to keep breathing.
I remember when I was trying to separate him and my mom one time, he got off a shot and like hit me on the back of the head right here, and he was like boasting like, "Oh, fucked you up there, didn't I? I really fucked you up, didn't I?" And then I went right at him, I tackled him down on the ground, and I elbowed him in the fucking jaw. And then I actually knocked out one of his teeth. Like,
fucked you up right there, didn't I?
No, and I just held him down. I just he was like trying to bring his arms up. I grabbed his arms and I pushed them down into his chest to where he couldn't breathe. And I literally looked him in the face and I said, "How does it feel to not be in his power, huh? How does it feel to be the bitch?" And then that was it. He then stopped resisting, and I got off of him, and then he rolled over and he was just like trying to get up, and he sat down on the couch, and I was just like, "You want me to call the police or you want to go to the fucking hospital?" And then he was just like, I'll go to the fucking hospital. I'm like, fucking go then, man. Like, I did not want to deal with him anymore. I asked Mom, I'm like, "Do you want to call the cops? Because you're the one who got assaulted. I mean, I came in and you're the one who like if the dude wanted to try and twist it around to where I assaulted him first, like Mom would have to be the witness to me getting hit and also her getting hit as well. I mean, she had a bruise on her on her shoulder right here where he punched her really hard. So I was just thinking in my head, like, yeah, this is like the whole scenario is like that still to me, like chill me to my bone, because to know that I was in that situation and I had to defend like that, I hate that. And then for people to say it's like, oh, all life is sacred. It's just like, until you're in that situation and don't say a fucking word to me. All right, just don't. But anyway, yeah.
It's just, in my opinion, I was like, if someone doesn't hold life sacred, then their life isn't sacred. That's my counter to that. Basically, it's like if someone else is willing to kill someone, then they deserve to be killed as well. Like, the only exception is like if someone is willing to kill someone who was first willing to kill someone. Yeah. It's like, basically, it's like the easiest way to explain it is the quote from Firefly: "If somebody ever tries to kill you, you try to kill them right back." Yeah. No, I mean that's the whole thing. It's like people are like, you shouldn't shoot someone that breaks into your house. I'm like, dude, if they're gonna rape your family and murder your family, it's like, no, you shouldn't shoot someone who breaks into your house. It's like, no, fuck that. If someone ever tries to kill you, you try to kill them right back.
Yeah, if someone like kicks open the door and then runs in and grabs my computer or something like that and then runs out, then I know that their intent is not malicious and wanting to harm people.
Yeah,
but
I'm still gonna chase them down and tackle their ass.
Oh no, I'm still gonna try and get my fucking property back.
I probably won't shoot them right away.
No.
If they break in and I don't know their intentions and it's not clear,
and if they come up to my door, if they come up to my door and I don't know their intentions, I'm shooting them. Like, I have a pistol in my room, I will fucking shoot them. Like, that's a bona fide fact. Like, I will fucking shoot them if they try and enter my room and I do not know their intentions. Now, if they just look around the house, they see something valuable, and they grab it and they run out the door, I'll just be like, all right. And then I go out and I get their fucking license plate number and I report it to the police. That's the best I can do in that scenario that does not end with someone getting shot.
I mean, that's the thing, too, is people just assume that oh yeah, if someone breaks into your house, you're gonna shoot them, and it's like, dude, it's your fucking safe space.
Well, yeah, as many people clamor about safe spaces. It's like, oh, this college needs a safe space. Oh, this place needs a safe space.
They're needs a safe space idiots in their own home that is just not allowed to be breached by other people.
Yeah, you invite people in. You invite people in and to be a part of your life. If someone breaks into that and violates your space and violates you, that's them violating you as a human being in a certain way.
It's my whole thing too, though, is most likely I'm going to be given a warning shot if that happens, and the warning shot's going to be very close to where they're currently standing. And then if I get like any kind of indication that they're not running away as soon as they hear that warning shot, then one's probably going animal, because that tells me that, they're not scared, meaning they're probably armed.
Well,
like they're
not only
probably
that,
about to return fire. So.
Well, I've seen multiple scenarios play out. A guy like goes in the house to rob a house, and the homeowner stands up to defend themselves. They get the gun, and then they go to defend themselves. Like you said, warning shot, or they let them know, hey, fuck out of my house. And 9 times out of 10, they run. Let's give it 95 to 96% of the time they run away. There is always a chance of that 1%. 1% that they aren't there to rob you. They're there for you. And I've witnessed miraculous occurrences, 1 in a million occurrences. For instance, my mom, when she was in her car accident, she got launched out of the sunroof at 55 miles an hour. Like, 55 miles an hour, keep that in mind. She smacks the pavement. She goes flying up in the air and smacks the pavement, and her car rolls over top of her. My mom should be dead. All right? 98, I think they said like 98% of people who get launched out of their vehicles do not live, especially if the speed exceeds 30 miles an hour, let alone almost double that. My mom not only lived, she walked out of the hospital 3 days later. You tell me, like miraculous occurrences like that, 1 in a million, 1 in a billion chances that shit can happen, but yet that one time that, we're talking about here, that a person comes into your house to do something malicious to you, not steal, but to, do something malicious to you. Tell me you would not feel confident in that 1 in a million chance of that happening to you. Like, I take every account, every measure of what can happen to me into account. I always think to myself, it's like, okay, am I able to defend myself? Am I able to defend, the people who live in this house? If someone comes in here to do something terrible to Chad or Nikki, or to you, or to Shorty, or to Lucy, or to me, I always take into account, it's like, yeah, these people live in my house, they're my friends, and pretty much like family. I'm not going to let anyone hurt them. And if anyone does come in here to hurt them, then I'm going to hurt them back. And I'm going to end the situation as quickly as possible with a gun, or I'm going to end the situation by telling them to get the fuck out, or I will shoot them. Like, I don't want to kill people. That's the thing. It's never my intention. Like, I don't buy a gun because I feel insecure about, it's like, oh, people only buy guns because they have small penises. It's like, no, I buy a gun because I know what this world is capable of, and I am not going to let it get me, or Nick, or Chad, or Nikki, or anyone that I care about. And if the world wants to try and take it from me, I will fight tooth and nail to guarantee the safety of the people I care about. That's how I feel on that. I'm not going out and buying AR-15s and sporting it and putting it on Facebook like, yeah, it's like intruders beware, I got me a big fucking gun now. No, I'm going out and I'm buying me a pistol, and if someone tries to come in my house, I'm fucking them up. That's it. I'm not posturing, I'm not boasting, but this is reality. I don't like how the world is. I take it as it is. Anyway, yeah, so...
That's a long rant that got way off of Attack on Titan.
Yeah, but I just had to say it, sorry. Anyway, that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. This was Attack on Titan, Season 4, Episode 13, Children of the Forest. Hopefully you all enjoyed, and hopefully we will see you all in the next one. So until then, I'm Nate.
I'm Nick.
We'll see you. Peace.